Hi, I'm Sensei Steve here at Classical Martial Arts of Long Island. And today I'd love to talk to you about something that we don't always talk about in this way. The topic is bullying. Well, it's a problem. It's always been a problem in history. It's a problem now in modern American society, and maybe it's a problem on the rise. Right? Bullying can be a big issue. Most times when we're talking about bullying, we're talking about the perspective of the victim. That's important. We don't want anyone to be victimized. Teaching the victim how to be bully-proof or how to resist bullying, an anti-bullying program is important. And we have programs like that here at Classical Martial Arts of Long Island. We have seminars on that as well as classes where we focus on how not to be bullied and what to do if you are bullied. But today I want to talk to you about bullying from the perspective of the bully. And this is something we don't always address. The person who's doing the bullying, be it the person, maybe a boy or a girl, be it a supervisor at work, no matter who it is, the person who's bullying sometimes doesn't realize what they're doing is bullying. It's a complex issue. The psychology of why someone presses advantage. We live in a competitive world. And we talk about, using your talents to your advantage, pressing your advantage to win. That's considered a positive. Okay. Well, but to win at all costs, that's considered a negative. It's a mixed message in society, let's be honest. Oftentimes, people who feel disempowered in certain ways will try to demean others, push them down in order to make themselves feel better. They aggrandize their own ego, which is actually fairly fragile and weak, by putting down someone who they perceive they can victimize, or they can put beneath them in a hierarchical structure, a structure of their mind, of their own creation, to therefore make themselves feel more empowered. So it's often the disempowered individual who acts out as the bully. That doesn't mean we should feel bad for them. It doesn't mean that we should tolerate it, but we should understand it. Understand that bullying often comes from a position of perceived weakness. Maybe it's from some previous experience. Maybe the person was demeaned themselves when they were growing up or in a job situation or in school, and therefore they turn around and feed that out to someone else, now feeling that they should be top dog. It's not a good thing. Maybe they never felt secure enough to be broad-minded, to be friendly, to accept differences. Maybe therefore they lash out. Maybe they just have a character flaw. Maybe they're not quite clear how to properly behave, how to channel the angst or frustration they have. Maybe they're not as good at math. Maybe they're not as good at managing their schedule. Maybe they're slightly dyslexic. Maybe they have some learning challenge. Or maybe they just kind of feel out of sorts because they're not that healthy, because maybe they're eating the wrong things and they're not exercising, and maybe all these things put together, right? And the next thing you know, they're lashing out inappropriately to someone else, for that person to be a scapegoat for all the frustrations they have in their life. Well, we don't want to encourage that. We don't embrace that. But understanding that, say, wait a minute. It's a way to improve that. It's a way to take that angst, that frustration, that anger, put it towards something else. Transform it. In East Asian medical theory, I said anger is the same emotion as motivation. You've all watched a movie about football, once in your life at least, and the coach yells at the players at halftime, "What's wrong with you guys? You got to get angry out there." Well, it doesn't mean get angry and frustrated. It doesn't mean give up. It doesn't mean abandon your plays. It means get motivated. Take your frustration, your anger, turn it into action. Right? We have complex dynamics in society, complex dynamics in politics. We have complex dynamics in economics where people are homeless in this country. We have complex dynamics where maybe you like or don't like the politics that are going on. Well, you can get mad and get frustrated, sit in front of your TV. You can yell things, right? You can lament the fact that there's social problems, or you can try to act to change them. Your anger and frustration can become motivation to do good, or to find a charity you can donate to do good. Well, same thing's true when we look at the bully. With the bully, The transformation of the bully can occur into someone who can be a powerful individual who actually can stand upright and do the right thing if we channel that frustrated force into motivation and action. If we take them and train them to be better. Not to be a better bully, but to be a better person. To take that frustrated force that's going in the wrong direction and root it somewhere else. That's nothing new. There's great stories from history, great stories of warriors who at first were troublemakers, who were taken and trained to be leaders, taken and trained to be someone better, right? Someone who could rise up and be a positive force in society. Well, those lessons exist throughout history, but they also exist embedded in the classical martial arts. In learning how to work hard, learning how to put that frustration and anger, how to hit something, hit a pad, hit a partner, an opponent, but a partner who's learned techniques like you have. So you can do that and you can let that force out and not be afraid of it, not be afraid of it getting the better of you. It's said oftentimes that we're more afraid of our strengths than our weaknesses. And many times we're afraid of our own power, how hard we could hit, how angry we could become, how fast we could move, how much we could unleash a power. And if we're afraid of it, it'll dominate us. It'll come out in strange ways. And sometimes that's going on with the bully. Training to be strong, unleash your power, to hit things, to throw things, to work with an unyielding opponent and get the person to submit to what you're trying to do, or beat them, or to lose and still find out that you're still you. You're still intact, even if you lose. And the person who beat you, who won, doesn't have to humiliate you. That's powerful lessons. That's what happens on the mat. We can learn those things. And whether we're little kids, learn those things for school, whether we're young adults and in college and getting our first jobs, whether you're out there, you're mom or dad dealing with the challenge of frustration of raising children, whether you're having frustrations and challenges at work, whether you're older and you're a seasoned professional trying to transition your job to a higher level, maybe you're retired. You got to transition into a whole new state of being where you don't have to work the same way. At whatever stage of life you are, we've got classes here that can help you, but also we're always dealing with that, with those frustrations and how to rise to them and how to not be a bully to someone else, how to not be a bully to ourselves. Well, hopefully that was interesting. If you're interested in those kind of things, come on down. Check us out here at Classical Martial Arts on Long Island, right? Come, we give everybody a 2-week free trial. Come do class for 2 weeks. See if you like it. See if you like us. See if you like the different classes. See if you like the people you train with. See what it could do for you. And if you are a bully, it's okay. You just can't remain one. And if your kid's a bully, that's okay. Bring them down. We'll train them. We'll train them to be a better person, right? We'll train them to be the way you want them to be. And maybe you'll join them on the mat, right? Well, I hope to see you on the mat. Have a great day. Thank you.